Ready? I got yours written down on there, so yours. On. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this not going live? Refresh it maybe? Refresh it maybe? I mean, this, it's not going to come on.
Leading off for the Oilers, shortstop number 7, Johnny Olmstead.
This is just right.
Hello, Miners fans, and welcome back to Herman Brothers Field. Today we have a new matchup, and as you can see, there's already some action going down. Johnny Olmstead, the leadoff hitter there for the Peninsula Oilers, ripping the first shot he sees, gets past the pitcher, starting pitcher for today, going to be James Aaron, a local Wasilla pitcher.
Now batting.
Be a bit more of a bullpen day today for the Miners.
Yeah, the Miners are going with James Aaron today. He last pitched against Chugiak, pitched 3 innings against Chugiak on Sunday. No decision, allowed 1 unearned run.
And today, they're going to be facing on the Peninsula Oilers, as we said earlier. But we do have some new faces in the clubhouse for the Miners. Mainly, you're going to see Tyler Wilson, the Grand Canyon product, and also David Bermudez. Going to be standing there at shortstop today, which shortstop has been a position for a lot of errors for the Miners so far this year.
Yeah, Jared Sweeney, who was originally over there for the first couple games, as this pitch is popped up into left field, running under it is Wilson. He'll make the catch for the out.
And welcome to the squad, Tyler Wilson.
Yeah, speaking to the
number 22,
new shortstop for the Miners, David Bermudez from Rider University, newly inserted in the lineup. He's batting 9th today. And then Tyler Wilson, Grand Canyon University product, he is batting 2nd in the lineup in left field.
We're already down 2 outs in the first inning here in the top of the first. There's a swinging strike there.
Yeah, Andrew Soika at the dish.
Aaron, as we saw before, got those 2 strong innings. He looked really good, especially with his curveball and his off-speed stuff, but they're going to see how far they can get out of him today. They obviously used a lot of arms going those 11 innings last time, and they're going to give the rest to a lot of them, but they want to really get a committee working today. That one's going to be a bit outside.
Yeah, they used plenty of arms yesterday, and with a doubleheader against the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks looming tomorrow, manager Tyler LeBrun is going to go to some arms for additional innings that he might not usually call on.
That one's going to be a bit low. It's going to be an even count now, 2-2.
For the Oilers, their lineup... Well, actually, we'll get you the lineups in between innings.
Right now, we just need to focus on one man at the plate. As he swings on that one, he's going to rip it back towards his own dugout, but it's not going to be strike 3. He'll fight it off for another pitch.
Andrew Soika did not, or rather led off yesterday, batting in a 3-hole today.
And he's going to go down. The crowd is loving it. They love to see some new faces, obviously. They love to see their Miners looking good, especially with all the walks initially that we've seen them get off into in the first couple innings. But right now, 1-2-3 inning for the Miners, starting strong, and we will be right back with the bottom of the first inning here at Herman Brothers Field. And we are back here at the bottom
Leading
of the
off for your
first.
minors, your second baseman, number 8.
Of course, we have Josh Mrozek leading it off, but if you look across the field, a lot of unfamiliar faces, team we haven't faced yet. Starting from the infield, third base, we have Dylan Ditzenberg standing out there. Shortstop is going to be Johnny Olmstead. You already saw him at the plate so far. Then you're going to have Trevor Antonsen standing at second base. Over at first base, it's going to be Bryce Marsh. Checking the outfield, you got Owen Christie out there in left field. Ben Grunberg in center. And Andrew Soika, as we already saw him at the plate already down in right field. Starting pitcher for today is going to be Liam Rocha. Rocha already testing the first batter here. Mrozek was the hero, or almost the hero of the last game. That line drive down the first base line came back, called foul, stole the glory away from him, but he's going to have a chance here to start again. The count stands at 1-2. Mrozek gets a little pop. It's going to go backwards.
Yeah, Mrozek still had his moment yesterday in the 8th inning. 7-5 game, runners on second and third, or rather, bases loaded. Mrozek singled through the right side on a sharp ground ball to plate 2 runners and tie the game at 7.
He's going to take that one looking, though, and it's going to be a long walk to the dugout for Josh Mrozek. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and getting you the minors lineup here in game number 4, minors 1 and 2 start. Obviously, leading off is the second baseman Josh Mrozek. Batting second in left field, Tyler Wilson. Batting third in right field, Casey Rother. Batting fourth at first base, Nick Sorelli. Hitting fifth and behind the plate, Kevin Nakamura. Batting sixth at third base, Jared Sweeney. Batting seventh at DH, Sam Thompson. Batting eighth in center field, Ricky Nunez. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, David Bermudez. And on the mound is James Aaron.
And at the plate right now for the minors, a new hitter. First at bat for the minors, gonna cause the center fielder to take a bit of a run. That's gonna be Grunberg. As Tyler Wilson, the Chandler, Arizona Grand Canyon College player, has his first at-bat end in a pop-out. It's going to lead back to Casey Rother. Rother absolutely dominated last game. 4 hits, 3 doubles, 1 single. Only a single error from the field, but I think it was all forgiven by the end, considering how much offensive firepower he generated for this team.
And Rother in the 9th inning came probably 5 feet away from a walk-off home run, hit about halfway up the wall in deep left center field, shaded more towards center.
Rother has 5 hits on the season already through 3 games. 4 of them coming in the last one, and that's a shot off the bat. It's going to go over the wall. Walk around the bases. Take your time, Casey Rother, as the minors take an early lead in this one.
Rother struck that one well. Right off the bat, you could tell how hard it was hit. The left fielder scooting back was Christie, and he just watched it go over his head. Rother certainly supplies the power into this lineup. That's 4 extra base hits in the last, basically, game and at bat.
Now batting.
And who said you need base runners when you have Casey Rother with an absolutely explosive bat? That is going to lead to another big hitter, Nick Sorelli, moving his way up in the batting order as well. That one's going to come backwards and make a bit of a pop on the game here in front of us.
Yeah, Sorelli on the year right now, batting .364, 4 hits and 11 at-bats. And 3 of those hits have went for extra bases, 2 doubles and a home run, add in 3 RBIs and 2 walks as well. He's batted 7 in all 3 games before this cleanup spot today.
That one's going to be a called strike as well, taking that one looking, and now he's a bit behind in the count, 0-2. Sorelli swings on that one, and it's going to be the 3rd out. Not that many batters for the minors, but they came what they were looking for. Casey Rother absolutely delivered on that one, giving the minors a 1-0 lead here heading into the top of the 2nd inning. And we will be right back after a short break. Stay tuned.
And the official sponsor of Matching Minors Travel, Alaska Airlines.
Welcome back to the top of the
Also,
second
big
inning
thanks
here
to
at
the
Herman
Mugshots
Brothers
of the
Field.
Bar,
And before we start the action, I'd like to give you a short message from our sponsors. The Alaska Railroad would like to remind our friends and neighbors, wherever you see a railroad tracks, always expect a train. To stay safe around trains and tracks, look, listen, and live. Always a good message. To stay alive and come here to the ballpark in one piece.
Yeah, if you can get out to the ballpark these next few days, Miners are at home today, obviously tonight, and then tomorrow they have a doubleheader starting at 5 and 7 o'clock, 2 7-inning games, and good weather this weekend, so encourage all of you that can in the Matsu Valley area to get down to Herman Brothers Field for a game.
Sunny and 60s right now, gorgeous baseball weather, as we are going to see Bryce Marsh, the first baseman, walking up to the plate now. Oilers only have one game that they've played so far on the year at 9-2. Tough loss to the Pilots, looking to make a comeback here. Whereas on the other side, the Miners are looking to get their winning streak started. They started 0-2, looking to even it up here today.
Yeah, and I'm sure manager Tyler LeBrun would take a win in a bit more of a, I guess you could say conventional way than a 7-1 comeback, but
one that's much better for your heart.
Yeah, either way, the Miners will take a win here. The Oilers did, in fact, play 3 games before their game last night. They were all non-league games against the Alaska Gold Panthers.
That one's going to be outside again now. Staring at a 3-1 count. And trying to avoid the walks. It's been promised to this pitching staff that if they go through an entire game without a single walk, they can get batting practice with the regular batters, and you can guarantee they'd love that, but it's not going to come by means of that today. First walk of the game for James Aaron is going to go to Bryce Marsh as he rolls down to first.
Designated hitter number 29, John Hanley.
Now John Hanley, the Oilers DH coming up to bat.
Didn't see an at bat last night.
No, a lot of mixing things up here for the Oilers, getting a lot of different players different chances, but he's going to take one looking there as the count now stands at 0-1.
Yeah, the Oilers, like pretty much every team here in the ABL, is still somewhat short-handed from their regular roster still playing. So there's strike 2 on a check swing from John Hanley.
Hanley played Santa Clara University this year. Tough times at the bat, 6 for 26, but of those 6, 2 were home runs. So when he connects, he goes far, because that one's going to almost jam off the inside of his bat, go behind Kevin Nakamura behind the plate now.
Yeah, Hanley playing at Santa Clara had those 2 home runs this year. It's big batter, 6'3", 235.
That's how he finds himself in the DH position now, but he also finds himself down 0-2 in this count currently. Aaron looking for the first out here, and that one's going to be a bit inside. It's going to get past, but does not run. Marsh is going to retreat back to first base. Not the speediest. It's not like we're playing the Bucks with Ostrander again or Leo Harris from the Chinooks. There's a lot more conventional power here with the Oilers.
Yeah, the Oilers are a much more well-rounded lineup with more power hitters.
Another inside pitch there.
Just misses that breaking ball on the inside half.
Oh, no. Like they're actually going to count that as a strike.
Home plate umpire. Kind of a delayed call. I didn't really see that.
Now batting.
That is going to send John Hanley down looking the first time. And honestly, I went down looking as well. It's going to bring up the center fielder now, Ben Grunberg, up to bat. Facing 1 out and 1 man on first. Trying to bring in a run that could tie the game up. Grunberg's going to get some solid contact, but the only way it's going is up and behind Kevin Nakamura.
Yeah, Grunberg last night took the collar 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Grunberg plays his college baseball at Loyola Marymount. He's a platoon outfielder this year, but he kind of struggled in that role, hitting just 132 and 68 at-bats on the year.
And almost like we said this before, but you know who else is heading to Loyola Marymount? Is the man standing right behind him at home plate right now, Kevin Nakamura.
Yeah, that would be his college teammate, actually. A lot of Loyola Marymount guys in this league. We've seen numerous guys on the Bucks from there. Haven't got a chance to look at the Glacier Pilots yet, but I would not be surprised to see a couple of them on the roster, rather, for the Pilots. 0-2 now here on Ben Grunberg.
Aaron looking for another strikeout here. Almost gets it by him. A little tardy. He's just able to chip that one down and stay alive a little bit longer.
2 up on deck is Grant Rusma from Centralia College. 219, 1 homer, 11 RBIs on the year. He's in the on-deck circle.
And that one's a solid pop. It's going to go right past him. And he is going to hold up at second, but Sweeney moving from short to third. And still an error there.
Yeah,
It's just going to pop right past him.
Yeah, Sweeney should have made that play. He didn't really move off the bat. It just went over his glove.
A bit of a tough bounce, but still
going
to go against him. And now there's 2 on with only 1 out as Rosema is up to bat.
Rosema last night, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Left-handed batter.
Opportunity to put it in the opposite field and really get his runners advanced here. That one's going to count as a strike on the outside. Getting ahead early now. Aaron's a solid pitcher when it comes to getting ahead early in counts, really controlling the at-bats.
Yeah, Aaron does a good job getting ahead of hitters. Unlike really the tale of what's happened to the minors pitchers so far this year, he does attack early in counts.
Aaron now checks on the man in second, sets up and delivers a ball on the inside. Now even count 1-1. And Kevin Nakamura decided that pitch was a bit off enough that he wants to have a discussion. Maybe planning an opportunity to try and use one of his strong breaking balls to create a double play here. Get out of this inning and avoid anything with that runner in scoring position.
They may be Tigers fans, some of them, but we won't hold that against them. They were just happy to be able to not wear masks and
Nakamura returns back behind home plate to his position, and he'll be awaiting another pitch from Aaron now.
Rosema, another guy with no batting gloves, kind of like Casey Rother.
It's the old school hitters that are usually the most dangerous, at least the most intimidating when it comes from a pitcher. Count now stands at 2-1. Aaron's just a bit outside. Seems to be losing his control ever since that first walk. Did get the strikeout directly afterwards, but right now really seeming to struggle after getting ahead in this count early. Gonna foul that one off, moving the count to 3-2.
Due on deck will be Trevor Antonsen. Antonsen just got in today. First game with the Oilers, actually. Antonsen from Seattle University.
Aaron looking at the full count now. Going to be right down the middle. Delivered, popping into his glove. Delivered. And he's going to get a double play on that one. He took his time for just a second, but Josh Morozic was still able to deliver in time for the double play. A bit of a hesitation there on the bag, and that's going to get the Miners out of the inning without any damage done. An exciting way to end it, and definitely not what anybody was expecting on the base path, but that's going to bring us to the bottom of the second, and we will be right back with your Miners back up to bat right after this.
We're going to draw our first.
welcome back here to Herman Brothers Field for the bottom of the second in this matchup between the Oilers and the Miners. Kevin Nakamura, tough day last time for Kevin Nakamura. Didn't get any hits for the first time this season. And really looking for a rebound here as he gets some nice contact on the end of the bat with that one. But it is going to be caught. What a shot, but not a lot of movement necessary that time from Soika to put him away. But definitely put some fear in the other side, knowing that that bat can create that kind of contact.
Yeah, I got a good shot on it. Soika in right field made a nice move into right center to run that down.
Sweeney now going to be up to bat for the Miners. He's going to take that one on the inside.
Sweeney on the year struggled a bit with the bat, just 2 hits and 13 at-bats, 154 average. He does have an RBI, and he has 3 walks, however.
He's one of those managers that get on base just when they needed him to. In that last game, he was always delivering at just the right moment. But, you know, similar to Ferrara, he would really like to get going more consistently at that. That one's going to be on the inside, way inside, making him turn away as the count's going to move to 2-1. Standing in the on-deck circle is Sam Thompson, team's DH for today. Another ball down low.
Three and 1 here on Jared Sweeney, Lehigh product.
And he's going to take a walk on that one.
One walk there for Jared Sweeney.
We'll take this time to thank Mugshot Saloon, Palmer Bar, and Panhandle Bar and Tudor Bingo, your official sponsors of the Matsu Miners pull tabs and gaming license usage, and the Nugget Booster Club. Sam Thompson now at bat. Thompson, another one with only 2 hits, but he also has 3 walks. Less at bats to really work with, as it wasn't at the top of the lineup like Sweeney, as Sweeney's going to have to retreat back to first. But he also is one of those that has a powerful bat. Line shots have been what's really produced his outs. Not a lot of pop-outs or fly-outs, but he really makes you work on the infield to take him down.
Yeah, he can swing the bat. He's been robbed a couple of times.
That one's going to be a nice breaking ball on the inside, going to count as a strike. 0-1 now.
Thompson plays his collegiate baseball at Kent State University, Northeast Ohio.
It's going to be another one. Looks like a similar pitch, just more speed. Same spot, 0-2 now. Maybe they found the weakness in Sam Thompson's batting stance, as he really just doesn't seem to be able to see that pitch well. It's going back again. Sweeney's going to be safe again, and he's getting back on the mound again. Rocha very cautious with these pace runners. Didn't go around on that one. It's going to be 1-2 now. Rocha was primarily a swingman for Cal Baptist University this last year. He had a 4.36 ERA in 33 innings. Didn't move far from home either. San Dimas, California, his hometown. And he is absolutely obsessed with trying to pick off Sweeney at first right now.
Yeah, another Cal Baptist guy. Seemingly there's Cal Baptist guys everywhere.
It's almost like he is paranoid of Sweeney on the base. And now Sweeney does take off. Gonna get down. He's out!
Yeah, Sweeney was out by a good bit there. Didn't get a great jump and a really nice throw. Down to second base by the catcher for the Oilers.
Wasn't really the speediest guy to make the decision on that one, but Thompson been extending this at-bat, and they already knew he had a lot of attention on him. Thompson's going to pop this one up. It's going to be going backwards, though. And we're going to do this one again. But now, no base runner, and 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, clearly, his fears of Sweeney taking off to second were warranted. Sweeney took off, didn't get a great jump, but it was a perfect throw by Rossman down to second base.
And that's going to be the third out of the second inning as he takes that one looking. Thompson's taking his time, trying to explain something to the home plate umpire. He really feels like that inside zone is being called a bit unfair, but we're going to have to deal with that in later innings. We will be right back with the top of the third with the Oilers back up to bat here at Herman Brothers Field right after a short break. Welcome back for some more Miners baseball. The Oilers back up to bat again.
The Oilers,
not really having a lot of success so far in this game. 6 up, 6 down for the Oilers, and they're just looking for any kind of life. Or I should say 7 up, and now it's 7 down. Only walk has gotten them on, but that double play put them away last time, and that one's going to hit his elbow, it looks like. As he's going to take a base, Trevor Antonsen now going to find a new, unique way to get on. Not a walk or a hit, but a hit by pitch first of the game here.
So Antonsen, first at bat for the Oilers on the year. It's hit by that pitch. Good little 1,000 on base percentage.
Antonsen is more of a utility infielder from Seattle University. Had a pretty low average last year, honestly, 1.56. This one's going to get away from Nakamura again. That might be his second pass ball count of the game. The first one that actually cost him a base.
I think that's actually going to go down as a wild pitch. It was close, but Aaron threw that pretty well in the dirt.
Going to get a new ball from the home plate umpire. Maybe this one will work a bit better for him. He's going to chalk up his hands a little bit. Now he's dealing with the man behind him and no outs in this inning. Not the position you want to be in. Owen Christie, the left fielder, is the one up to bat right now. And Christie, great chance to bring home a run here as he's going to start to go around, and that one's going to be called a strike.
Owen Christie plays college baseball at Iona College in New York.
Christie had a bit of a rough outing last night. 0 for 4 on the game, and that one's going to be another strike. And 3 of those were strikeouts, so he was already given the Triple Crown. Just managed to avoid the Golden Sombrero.
Yeah, came fairly close.
Aaron looking for his first one there, too. And that's going to be the first strikeout of the game for Owen Christie. And the first out in this inning for the Miners.
Yeah, Christie got a breaking ball there. Aaron spinning that breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. Christie wasn't ready for it, probably looking fastball.
That really seems to be his put-away pitches. He's more of a north-south pitcher as opposed to an east-west. He doesn't really utilize a cutting slider, just like we saw with Majors the other night. He's definitely more of a pace control. Now that's going to bring back up Johnny Olmstead, the shortstop here.
Olmstead grounded to second his first at bat. Runner, rather the fielder at second right now, Josh Morozek, is holding on to Antonsen over at second. Outfield playing fairly in here on Olmsted.
That one's going to be delivered a bit low outside, and it's going to be ball 2. Count now stands at 2-0. Batter's favor for sure. Olmsted 1 for 4 in the last game, like we said. The only home run from their team in that game as well. So if there is a hitter that you're going to want to step back towards the wall for, it's probably him. But that time he just gets a bit low contact on that one as it sends it backwards, and that's going to be the first foul ball. And now the count stands at 2-1. Standing in the on-deck circle right now is Dylan Ditzenberg, the third baseman. He would be their last chance to get a runner in scoring position should this at-bat not go the way they planned it to. But right now, Olmsted is going to get a nice bouncer, keep the man at second, going to decide to throw it across, and that one is going to be recorded out. The second out now. Miners doing a good job of keeping that runner on second, staying exactly where he is. Antonsen is being a bit stranded out there by his teammates the last 2 at-bats.
Yeah, Ditzenberger there hitting it on the ground on a couple of hops. Got some decent contact on it, but Sweeney getting in front of it this time, making up for the error a little bit.
Now Dylan Ditzenberg coming up to bat. Ditzenberger, correcting myself. They really want to avoid leaving a man on bases this inning, especially being down early.
Watch a strike 1 there. They got a runner to second last inning, and then the 4-3 double play on the line out to Morozek, threw it over to first to complete the double play.
Ditzenberger, a Jayhawk, University of Kansas, had a solid slash line this last year, 274. That was going to be a little low. 274, 324, and 331. 3 home runs and 31 RBIs, so he knows how to bring a man home, but he's going to have to prove it here for the Oilers as his count stands at 1-1 right now.
Ditzenberger, left-handed batter, so Bermudez holding him on.
I said we're a wake-up here.
As you can hear the PA getting a bit of a wake-up call from that last ball.
1-2 on Ditzenberger.
Don't make me mispronounce your name.
We're going to take a step out of the batter's box as Aaron's tying his shoe. Got to make everything as perfect as you can before you throw that hopeful strikeout pitch. You think he's just plotting while he's down there, taking his time, singing the shoelace song?
You know, I don't really know. Aaron, maybe tying the shoe will help him throw 102.
You can hope. That one's going to be a bit outside, though. Maybe should have tied it one more time.
Maybe just a little bit tighter. James Aaron, Wasilla High School product, local guy.
Aaron only allowed 2 hits in his last showcase with 3 innings pitched. Matching that total here right now with a strikeout looking, and that is going to end the inning, leaving Antonsen abandoned on second. He had no friends, all by himself.
Hey folks,
but that is going to bring us to the bottom of the third. We will be right back with your Miners back up to bat, hoping to extend this lead.
Just a reminder there, RC Detail
Welcome back to the bottom of the third here as we start with a hot crack off the bat. But it's going to be fielded in time. Not going to be able to get that one. Ricky Nunez really showed off his wheels in the hustle on that one, but couldn't get there in time. Thrown out. That time, Ditzenberger was able to get it over to Marsh before the speedster came in.
David Bermudez coming into play. This is first minors at bat. Rider University product, David Bermudez.
And it's good to get a nice mix in there, as that one's going to be taking a strike looking. It's nice to get a good mixture of some new faces, new position players especially, into the mix for the minors right now. While they have had a lot of offensive production, their defensive errors and other things struggles. It's always nice to get some new elements thrown in there just to try and mix things up, make them better, and see what sticks.
Yeah,
Bermudez getting his chance here.
Word on Bermudez is he's a really slick fielding shortstop.
That one's going to be a nice crack off the bat, but it's going to be another out, as that one, Soika is going to be able to field that one, similar to what he did to Kevin Nakamura just an inning ago.
Your second baseman,
Soika moves pretty well on the outfield.
Mrozek.
It's going to flip over the order, bring us back to Josh Mrozek. Mrozek struck out in his first one, took it looking as well.
Speaking back to Bermudez, he had a huge power jump this year.
Attempted bunt on that one. Mrozek, he's not even looking back to see if it crossed the line, but he's going to have to go back and do it again. Maybe showed his hand a bit too early on that one.
Bermudez has really played every day since he was a freshman at Rider, New Brunswick, New Jersey native. Played a ton as a freshman, played every day as a sophomore before COVID. Hit 289 this year for Riders. They made the NCAA regionals, and he hit a big slugging jump from last year to this year, 296 to 408.
That one's going to be taken on the inside now, and Mrozek is facing an 0-2 once again. Could be a quick inning for the minors.
Yeah, Mrozek struck out looking back in the first.
And he's going to take this one swinging. Josh Mrozek, second strikeout of the game, and that is going to end the third inning. 1, 2, 3. The minors go down. And now the Oilers are going to have a chance to respond when we come back at the top of the fourth inning here at Herman Brothers Field. Welcome back here for the top of the fourth. Moving along quickly here in this game, as that one's going to be your first pitch taken. Mrozek struggles to gather that one, and it is going to go down as a likely error there for Josh Mrozek, as Soika just manages to get the first. Had plenty of chances to pick it up, but just seemed to bobble it there.
First baseman,
second error of the game for the Miners.
And now Bryce Marsh going to be coming back up to bat. walked in his first one, abandoned on second eventually in that inning. That one's going to be far and outside. Aaron getting another chance here, going into his 4th inning. Wondering how far they'll take him. It is going to be a bit of a bullpen day, so going to see a lot of different activity.
He's still yet to allow a hit.
That one's going to be a ball as well. Pushing him a bit on the outside right now. And Marsh is seeing it fairly well. Marsh also had 1 hit in their game last time, but only a single. This one, a bit more contact vertically, as you're going to see Sweeney running all the way over towards the Oilers fans over there. But it's going to fall harmlessly to the ground, moving the count to 2-1 now. Hasn't been a real problem with the Oilers getting people on base so far in the last 2 innings. More of an issue of bringing them across home plate. Hoping that they can snap that streak right now with one of their bigger batters. This one's going to go inside. Nakamura, good throw. Did he get him in time? He's out!
Who says Kevin Nakamura can't play defense?
He might not have the cannon of an arm that Thompson does, but he makes a precise throw there, able to get him out, caught stealing. And now there's no base running threat, and the count stands at 2-2. Chance to put the second one away right here.
Still no activity in the Miners' bullpen.
Seeing a lot of confidence right now in Aaron, but that one's going to go a bit inside. Marsh almost leaned over into it.
Yeah, Tyler LeBrun, the Miners' manager, said he'd like to get 3 to 4 innings out of Aaron on the mound today, but he's looked perfect so far through 3 1/3. So why mess with it?
I'm sure he wouldn't complain about getting some more, as he's going to cause Rother to run for it. It's going to fall fair. He's going to be running for extra bases now, and he's going to hold up at second base. His first hit of the game, first hit allowed by the Miners. It's going to be a double there for Bryce Marsh.
Yeah, lucky Nakamura threw
Now
out.
designated hitter
The
number
runner on the
29,
base
John
is
Henry.
Soika.
That could have posed real danger of tying this game, especially with the speed Soika has as an outfielder. But now, Marsh going to be standing on second.
John Hanley to the dish. He struck out looking his first at bat in the second.
And Aaron would absolutely love another strikeout here. That one's a bit low. Nice block there by Kevin Nakamura.
Ben Grunberg sits on deck. Yeah, Tyler LeBrun said before the game he'd like to get 3 to 4 innings out of Aaron. And then the next man up, ideally, would be Evan Wolf out of the pen. But we'll see how long Aaron goes.
This one's going to be chopped, going to go foul. Would not reach the third base first, and now it's going to stand at 1-1. Aaron stayed nice and composed out there. He's not really rattled by any of this, and you know they would love to even take him 5 if they could at this point, just to make sure that they're preserving all the arms they can for the doubleheader tomorrow. It was a nice swinging hack on that one's going to miss.
One and two here on John Hanley.
Hanley gonna get a solid pop on this one, but it's going to go right up. Nakamura's gonna put it away himself. Marsh retreats back to second base, and it is going to be the second out of the inning. Miners looking to abandon some more runners on base for the Oilers.
Yeah, Hanley just missed that one. Got under it, under the
Center field
chute.
number 19, Ben Grunberg.
Always a bit too far under it when you can have the catcher come out and make a catch.
Ben Grunberg hit that sharp ground ball over to third to Jared Sweeney in the second that Sweeney couldn't handle. Reached on an error. The runner doubled up on that line drive to Morozek as well.
He's going to get under this one as well, but it's going to go far outside the foul line. And that one's going to be a foul ball. Now 0-1. Aaron doing a great job of regulating traffic right now on the base path, not allowing anybody to reach third base yet.
Yeah, this is the third straight inning with a runner on second base, so we'll see if he can strand him once again for the third time today.
It's going to be a nice chip on that one. Great grab by Bermudez. He got him in time. What a throw, what a field, and what a stretch by Nick Sorelli to get the third out there, abandoning another runner for the Oilers and maintaining that 1-0 lead for the Miners. That's going to be it for the top of the fourth inning. Make sure to stay tuned for the bottom right after this. We are back, and the Miners are back up to bat. Tyler Wilson gonna get his second AB here for the Miners in the nice camo uniform. Get a nice contact on that one. But it's gonna fall right into the glove of Grunberg. Wilson being very aggressive in his first two at-bats so far in a Miners uniform.
Yeah, first pitch there swinging. Got solid wood on it, just right at the center fielder. Yeah, Wilson's only seen a total of 3 pitches through his first 2 batters. He's going to bring up Casey Rother, who hit that line drive home run over the fence in the first.
And they would love some more insurance from him. Solo runs usually don't do it too much damage compared to everything else on the base path. But right now, 2-0 would look an awful lot better to Tyler LeBrun than 1-0. Gonna get a nice shot there, but it's going to go foul, evening the count at 1-1.
Rother, that was his first home run of the year earlier.
He's gonna get that one to stay fair along the line, but he's going to be thrown out. Ditzenberg to Marsh, the connection stays strong. No errors from those two so far, as they remain consistent, putting away a big power bat there in Casey Rother.
Bring Nick Sorelli to the dish.
Now batting,
Sorelli first at bat, struck out swinging. He kind of just looked off balance in that entire at bat. We'll see if he can get it going this time around. See, watch a strike one there.
Sorelli also has home run power, as he's already shown so far this season. That one's going to go far, but it's not going to stay fair. Down 0-2 now. A chance again to go 1-2-3. Miners really struggling to get any offensive footing besides that Rother home run. As this one's going to bounce down the first baseline. It's going to go as an unassisted Bryce Marsh. He's going to end that one.
Another red ticket winner to announce. Get those red tickets
Another
out.
uneventful inning from the offensive side on both ends. As we're going to go to the top of the 5th, same score as it was before. 1-0 Miners.
7-6.
Be sure to tune back in for some
9-6.
hopeful, more offensive production.
7-6.
Welcome back to Herman Brothers Field. A few announcements before the first batter in this inning. No smoking or vapor cigarettes, tobacco in the ballpark. It is a smoke tobacco-free place. The Alaska Fair property, no going under or around the fence. That would be considered trespassing. There's a front booth with tickets you can buy for the game, just like anybody else. And of course, remember to recycle. Keep this state beautiful. Keep this park beautiful. And we can all enjoy it for that much longer. The first one's going to be a throw on the inside. It's going to be a ball. Aaron's going to get the nod for the 5th inning here. No reason not to, honestly.
Yeah, he's been really good. Besides that double in the 4th to Bryce Marsh, I mean, he's really prevented any real hard hit balls by the Oilers. So it's 1-1 there with the breaking ball. Still no activity in the minor bullpen. This is exactly what manager Tyler LeBrun asked for and more from James Aaron.
Someone's going to go outside now, a 2-1 count. They have plenty of pitchers listed that they were planning on incorporating into later this game, but the longer he can go and the more he can save their limited lefties and a bit worn out righties too, the better for his team, as this one's going to be a 3-1 count now. Doesn't mean he hasn't had anybody on base. He's had people on base every single inning besides the 1st, honestly. But it's going to be the way he's managed that, the way he's kept them off the scoreboard, is he's going to get another walk there. It's going to be his 2nd walk on balls. He had a hit by pitch earlier.
Now batting,
Trevor Antonsen
number
coming up late now.
Antonsen.
Antonsen got hit by a pitch in the 3rd.
Seems to be a bit of a pattern, honestly, for Aaron. The first one gets on base, and then he manages to get them out from there.
Hopefully he can work out of trouble again here in the 5th.
He's going to get that one swinging, as that one's far and outside the zone. Fishing on that one.
Owen Christie stands on deck. Modest lead over at first for Rasma.
Aaron doesn't really seem as concerned with pickoff attempts like many other pitchers, as that one's going to be down into the dirt. A nice block there by Kevin Nakamura.
1-1 count.
You can see a serious improvement in Nakamura's ability behind the plate from the first time he had against the Chinooks, and today he looks a lot stronger, not letting a lot get past him right now. Could just be a strong connection he has with Aaron on the mound.
That one missed up and in, 2-1. And now a little bit of movement down in the minor bullpens. A few guys have started to stand up and stretch down there.
Gonna be outside now. And he may need the help sooner rather than later. Seems to be in a bit of a precarious situation. Chance now to walk the first 2 batters here. Put 2 on with no outs. And he's going to do just that, as that's going to be a walk for Antonsen after a big hack on the first pitch. takes the next 4 for balls, and it is going to be men on first and second for the Oilers. They're definitely threatening now.
Yeah, Owen Christie, the 9-hitter of the plate. This is the guy you got to get out if you're James Aaron here. Now, looks like J.R. Dwyer has emerged from the dugout for the Miners. He's going to go out there and talk to Aaron, probably buy a bit of time for the bullpen. Looks like Evan Wolf is the one throwing down in the Miners' bullpen.
And there was talk before the game that he was going to be the first one they go to. He has been in a lot more of a closer role for the first 2. He's pitched both times they played the Bucks. Did fairly well. Did allow those 2 runs against the Bucks in their eventual loss the first time around. But he looks extremely strong the last time and in their first win against Anchorage 2 days ago.
Also, we encourage you to recycle plastic bottles and aluminum cans in the recycle bins that you find sprinkled throughout the park.
If you're James Aaron here, you have to attack Owen Christie. Can't walk him. Attack him like you did last time, where you got strikeout swinging on a 1-2 count with a breaking ball over the heart of the plate. If you're James Aaron, attack him, hopefully get some weak contact or a strikeout. That would be ideal as well.
Look, listen, and live.
Christie did have those 3 strikeouts, like we said before, in their last game yesterday. He's somebody that likes to be very aggressive and take a green light at pretty much whatever pitch he enjoys at the plate. Going to be squaring up here, though. That one's going to be outside. It's going to be first 1 ball. 1-0 count. And the Miners know the danger of the bunt better than anybody from their matchup against Chugiak.
1-0 here on Christie. I'm assuming he's going to get the green light to square again. Sorelli's certainly playing like it on the grass.
Going for a pickoff. He gets him! What a turnaround from James Aaron!
That was a tremendous pickoff from James Aaron. I mean, just stepping off, turning, and firing. There was no little lob soft toss in the second. He drilled that in there. And the runner at second, Rosma, has got to be upset with himself.
I think the only 2 people that knew he was going for a pickoff were Bermudez and Aaron. That was likely what the infield meeting was for with J.R. Dwyer, as this one's going to be popped out to center field. Ricky Nunez going to be throwing it over to third. Another chance here, but he's going to be safe. And what a lucky opportunity to pick him off at second before that. Aaron once again making the right decision to avoid a scoring play.
Shortstop number 7, Johnny Olmsted.
On Christie with that bloop single center. If Rosma's at second there, he's scoring and it's 1-1.
Manages to keep that from happening, though. What an absolute dart on that pickoff. That was beautiful. And now Aaron is tasked with getting 2 more outs before allowing the man on third to cross home. Going to be facing Johnny Olmsted once again. This one's going to be ripped down. Going for a double play here. And they'll get it. Managing to work his way out of trouble again is James Aaron with a beautiful pickoff and the double play. And this is going to be another scoreless inning for the Oilers. We're going to bring right back with the bottom of the 5th as the Miners hold on to a slim 1-0 lead right after this.
Your catcher, number 4.
Welcome
Kevin
back to the
Nakamura.
bottom of the 5th. Score still remains the same despite some serious threat in the last inning. James Aaron managed to work his way out of it, and now the Miners have a chance to give some more comfort to their fan base, holding on to this slim lead right now. Leading off this inning is going to be Kevin Nakamura. Nakamura was 3rd on the team in batting average coming into this game, and that's going to be a nice shot. It's going to be testing Soika once again in right, and Soika showing off his wheels as he manages to get there. Soika's just stolen 2 great shots from Kevin Nakamura, as that one looked like it was going to be a bit of a foul out, but he didn't even give it the chance.
Yeah, Soika can move out in right field. That one was right along the line. Looked like it had a much better chance of falling for a hit than his first one, but Soika with nice range out there in right field.
Seems like whatever is hit out to right field, it's not coming down unless it is hit more towards center field. And now Sweeney going to be coming back up for his own chance, as that one's going to be called strike 1. Sweeney walked in his first at-bat, managed to get on base, so important there, but then also caught stealing later on when he was trying to almost picked off 3 times.
Yeah.
And then finally made the decision to go and got caught. Now it's going to be a 1-1. It's going to be a bit high. 2-1 now for Jared Sweeney.
Sweeney batting left-handed, the switch hitter against the right-handed thrower.
This one's going to come back again towards the press box. They got Will Johnston on shagging duty so far for the team today.
Willie!
Yesterday, or 2 days ago, was Willie Day. It was winning day also for the Miners. As Sweeney's going to pop that one high and into the mid of Grunberg for the second out. It's just a party out there in the outfield.
Designated
And
hitter
they're not letting anything fall. Unlike a lot of the bloops and the errors we've seen the past few games, their defense seems absolutely solid right now for the Oilers.
9 straight retired for the pitcher from the Peninsula Oilers, Liam Roca.
This one's going to stay fair as well. And it looks like it's going to be another rinse and repeat of Ditzenberg to Marsh. 1, 2, 3 again, make it 10 retired now.
All right, folks.
Not a lot of action coming out of this game, but we're at the top of the 6th now, and we will be right back with some more Miners baseball right after this.
Hand wash.
Welcome back to the top of the 6th inning. Before we get started, I want to thank some of our sponsors. Sponsor for the 2021 Matsu Miners Baseball Pacific Northwest Regional Council of Carpenters and Carpenters Union, Local 1281. Sponsor of the Miners Summer Clinic, the Alaska USA Federal Credit Union, and the sponsor for Matsu Miners Travel, Alaska Airlines. You do see a new number standing up there on the mound. That is number 10, Evan Wolf. Going to get his 3rd appearance of the year for the Miners. He's already pitched 3 innings so far. Has allowed 2 hits and 3 runs. Because, of course, he came in during extra innings during the first game. Boasting a 6 flat ERA coming into this one. And looking to get some more reps here. He's going to deliver a fast strike on that one.
Yeah, fantastic outing from James Aaron today, and then some. Tyler LeBrun was only expecting 3 to 4 innings out of him, And even asking for a scoreless effort out of that would have been a lot, as that pitch is fouled off down the left field line. But Aaron was fantastic tonight. Got through 5 strong innings for a team that really needed him to go deep in this game.
5 innings in 4, where they had a real chance to actually tie this game. That last one especially, finally got a man to third. He's going to send the shot almost to the same exact spot that is Dylan Ditzenberger that's up to bat right now. It's not like the Oilers have had any issue creating pressure, but like we said, they're just shooting themselves in the foot almost with how often they are taken out right when they need to make smart plays. Ditzenberger, the Jayhawk, trying to finally get his team on the board, or at least get on base. This one's going to be foul once again. A long at-bat now. Still stands at 1-2, but 2 foul balls to go with that one.
Wolf trying to work through this 6. 2, 3, 4 in the order for the Oilers.
And that one's going to be ball 2. This is the 7th pitch in this at-bat, and it's going to be another foul.
Yeah, Ditzenberger hanging around. He's making things tough for Evan Wolf.
Absolutely does not want to go down without a fight. Wolf just looking to get his first out here. As this one's going to be a shot. Gonna knock it down with his glove, but Morozic once again can't seem to pick that one up. It's gonna go down as a base hit, I would assume, because of the strong hit. Nice job to at least bring it down by Sorelli, but Morozic couldn't manage to
right fielder number 22,
field that one in time.
Yeah, Morozic moving the other way. That would have been a tough play.
And the battle finally wore him down. He's going to get his own single. That'll be his first hit of the game for Dylan Ditzenberger. And now, Andrew Soika, the absolute ball hawk out in right field, coming up to bat. Soika got 2 hits in their first game. And this one looks like it's going straight up. That was a variation of a bat flip, I guess. The behind the back when you're a bit frustrated, but Soika's going to be the first out here in the top of the 6th now, as he has to clean up his own lumber.
Yeah, Soika getting under that again. He's got
21, Bryce Marsh.
He got straight under that.
And he knew it as soon as that happened, too. He just started taking his walk over to first in the hopes they might drop it.
Hit it a mile high. Ricky Nunez camped under it.
This one's going to be a strike 1 on the outside. Bryce Marsh now up to bat. Luckily for Ricky Nunez, the sun isn't directly in his eyes today. He's not going to have to deal with that, even with the sunglasses. It was a bit tough at Chugiak. Herman Brothers a bit more forgiving on their outfielders. Coming down from the right side, though, it is absolutely gorgeous. A lot of fans coming out to support, too. Plenty of sunshine, no real overcast.
I just want to have a word with whoever designed the field at Chugiak or whoever to have the sun directly facing the outfielders.
And this one's going to be another one. Nakamura with another chance to throw him out, and he gets 2 for 2! Kevin Nakamura, what an arm!
Nakamura with the hose there. He was ready for it.
He is loving the connection he is having with Bermudez so far. What a great fit into this defense, David Bermudez. Coming along nicely.
Another caught stealing. So the Miners have picked the runner off, and they've thrown 2 runners out on the bases.
Now Marsh is going to take that one. It's going to be another ball.
No, called
or
strike. Called strike, yep. 2-2. Evan Wolf 1 pitch away.
Chance to make this a 1-2-3 inning. Gets him swinging there a bit above that one. How about that? Some defensive performance from Nakamura, Bermudez, and Wolf just tops it off with a nice swinging K. We will be right back at the bottom of the 6th with some more actions. The Miners still hold on to a 1-run lead here at Herman Brothers Field. We are back here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Miners still only one hit in this game, but that one hit was all they've needed for this slim lead.
Center fielder, number 14, Ricky
And
Nunez.
Right now, here just using anything they can to get anyone else going. Ricky Nunez gets his own shot. That one's going to be the second hit of the game, falling down the left field. Nunez thought about going too. He has the speed for it, but he's going to retreat back to first now. And that's got to be a great sign for things to come, because when Ricky Nunez is hit, and it seems like the whole bottom of the lineup follows.
Yeah, he's been a really patient hitter for the first 3 games this year, but today he's attacked both first pitches. Hasn't watched a single ball or strike come through. Nunez attacking that one. Hard contact in the left field. Nice job by Nunez.
I think he's tired of giving them the chance to strike him out. He's taking things into his own hands, and now he has the chance to extend this lead should he be brought in. Rocha still being very wary of any runners on the base path, trying to pick off Nunez. Not quite as aggressive as Aaron in his own approach.
Miners looking for some insurance runs here. Right now, if the Miners can hold on to this lead, a seemingly slim 1-run lead as that pitch is fouled away.
You're going to see a nice effort here, though, from Marsh. Just not going to quite get there in time as it hits the outside. Almost hits the fence near the fan sitting past the right foul line.
Yeah, anyway, James Aaron would get the win if the Miners can prevent Peninsula from even tying the game.
Gonna count that one as a strike now. David Bermudez, his second at-bat in a Miners uniform, looking for his first hit, flew out to Soika in his first one. It was a solid contact, but Soika's been all over the right field. This one's going to be down instead. Chance for a double play now. They get one, and they get two. A bit of a lazy sign there from the first base line judge, but it's going to count. That's 2 away now. And it's just like that one hit from Ricky Nunez never happened. But Josh Morozic has the chance to put one back on. Struck out twice already. One looking, one swinging in this game. Hoping to avoid the Triple Crown himself.
Yeah, Morozic wants to get something going here.
Get some contact on that one. It's going to land foul, but at least feels good to get some bats and ball.
Yeah, hit that one deep down the left field line opposite way. Coming into this game, Josh was hitting .267, 4 hits and 15 at-bats. He's drove in a couple, walked 1 time, struck out 5 times.
This one's going to be grounded right to second baseman. And Marsh is going to be out there for another easy out. Antonsen to Marsh. And that's 3 up and 3 down again for the Miners. They could absolutely go for an insurance run right now, but they're going to have to wait for it if they're going to get one, as we are going to be right back at the top of the 7th after a brief break here at Herman Brothers Field.
But nice start.
Everybody, welcome back to Herman Brothers Field. You just missed the Cupid Shuffle, but it's okay. You're back in time to watch some more baseball. Evan Wolf still on the mound. John Hanley going to be the first one at bat, the DH here, as he takes a strike right down the middle.
This has been such a quick game.
It has only been an hour and 20 minutes, and we are already at the top of the 7th. If we keep at this pace, we are going to be done before 9 o'clock, and with a swing like that, we just might get there. Strike 2.
2 on Hanley. Evan Wolf, second inning of work out there.
Just a bit outside. Could have couldn't call it either way, but it's going to be a ball now. 1-2. Reese is making the same sound that Nakamura's glove made out there.
Yeah, I thought that was strike 3.
That one's going to be chipped off. Bermudez, nice field. It's going to be a throw over to Sorelli. Manages to pull it into his chest there. A nice job by David Bermudez.
Yeah, David Bermudez has really impressed me today. He's fielded a couple of tough balls. That one may have looked inconspicuous off the bat. That took a funny hop right before it got to him.
It
kind
really
of went up into his chest. He had to kind of field it with his chest. Was able to field it cleanly and make the throw to first. David Bermudez is really impressive defensively at short. If he can even hit a little bit, this Miners team will gladly have him starting at shortstop plenty of times this year.
It's just about time to get people in their rightful positions. Wolf, gonna see him squaring up and going backwards. I want to thank our official sponsor of the Matsu Miners Internet broadcast, Napa Auto Parts of Alaska, and the owner, Jim Ruda. Also, Miners jersey giveaway. Go to your locally owned and operated Napa store to enter and win.
Yeah, better get on that signed jersey.
That one's going to be ball one on the inside. We have some absolutely awesome jerseys here.
Oh, yeah.
The Americana jerseys are super cool. They were a bidding item themselves. And if they aren't sold out yet, you should try and get yourself one because Kevin Nakamura is showing one off as the model online. And he rocks it pretty well.
It's a great jersey, yeah. It still remains to be seen if the Miners will get new Americana jerseys this year. But if they have something similar to what they had in 2019, it's a really good look. Assuming that'll be around for 4th of July, which we are at home for that game.
That one's going to be far inside. They're going to say hit by pitch. And that's going to give him another base runner in this one. Evan Wolf now having to experience his second base runner after the first one was caught stealing by Kevin Nakamura.
So we have Grant Rossman to the plate.
A bit outside again. Rosema, this will be his 3rd at-bat. Hit into a double play his first time and honestly has the chance to do the same here the way that the Miners defense has looked today.
Evan Wolf would take one right here.
Miners defense only with 2 errors on the day, and one came on a real hot shot to Sweeney at 3rd. The other tough to gather by Morozic. Count now stands at 2-0 for Rosema. This one's going to be hit hard. Not going to go the right way.
2-1 here on Rosema. Rosema in his prior at-bats, obviously grounded in that double play. Walked, caught stealing. Actually, rather, picked off. Picked off at second base.
Gets another solid pop, but still can't manage to send it into play. Now going to be 2-2.
Next up would be Antonsen. Antonsen's been on twice today. Hit by pitch and walked.
Haven't managed to get him out effectively, but have managed to keep him from coming home. This one's going to be another one. Hit down into the dirt and going foul.
2-2 still here on Rosma.
Gonna be an attempted pickoff. Not gonna get there in time though. Grunberg back safely. Rosema. Rosema. Like Pete Rosema. It's an easy way to remember it
Yeah.
for anybody at home that might be looking at the spelling. But now, Evan Wolf, he doesn't care about the name on the back of your jersey. He just hopes to send you back to your bench. Full count now. Only one out here in the inning. As that one's going to be taken looking.
Big strikeout there for Evan Wolf.
Evan Wolf gives him a little
He didn't agree with that
hand
one.
gesture to say, get back to your bench.
Low and in. Strike 3. Nice pitch there from Evan Wolf. He's an out away from escaping damage.
Fanning him away there is going to be a big one.
It's Wolf's second strikeout. Antonsen to the plate.
Antonsen hasn't gotten a hit, but like he said earlier, hasn't managed to get out either.
Evan Wolf's got a really nice breaking ball. Brings that fastball, curveball, changeup. That was a curveball right there. And when he can throw that curveball for strikes, he's dangerous.
That one's going to be taken as well.
Another
Just
curveball.
starts up high and breaks right into the zone.
And he throws that in any location. High, low, middle. If he can spin it over for strikes, it's going to be hard for hitters to make contact with.
Now in an 0-2 on their heels. He has to swing at that one. Popped up. And when you can't read where a breaking ball is going, you almost feel like you have to just swing whenever you get a good chance.
Yeah, runner was going there. Was Grunberg. Grunberg can move a little bit, the center fielder for the Oilers. But back to first base.
2 outs already. Any contact, he'll be on the move regardless. But that one's going to go foul. Count stands still at 0-2.
Miners, no activity in their bullpen. We remain to be seen if he can get past this batter, if they'll stick with him in the 8th.
If he's throwing his breaking ball the way he is now, I can't see any reason that he wouldn't. That one comes back down. It's going to be fielded out in left field. Beautiful put away. Wilson gets his first out that I can remember in this game. And already the new pieces are contributing for the Miners as they keep this a 1-0 game. I've said that so many times now I've lost count. But we will be back in the bottom of the 7th. Miners lead 1-0 here at Herman Brothers Field. We are back here during the 7th inning stretch, the greatest time at the ballpark, when everybody is just singing and enjoying their time here. And while they are singing, we have a brief announcement here from the Alaska Highway Safety. Speeding is a triple play. It increases the likelihood of crashing, reduces the amount of available time to avoid a crash, and increases the severity of a crash should it happen. Speeding is also a choice that a driver has full control over. Choose to not speed. Stop speeding before it stops you. This message was brought to you by the Alaska Highway Safety Office, as that one was taken on the outside. Another inning as well for Rocha. And why would he not be? As we were talking before we came back on the broadcast, he's retired 11 of the last 12 batters. And this is the first time where he's honestly looked like where he might be heading towards a walk, as he leads now 2-0.
Yeah, Rocha's been really effective. He's been able to keep guys off the bases by the simple fact he hasn't really walked anybody, just one walk all day.
Chipped bat that time for Wilson. Just a one piece that seemed like it flew into the field, but also the ball went fair and led to an easy ground out. Not a ton of
Now
big
batting right
contact.
fielder, number 40,
Besides
Casey Rother.
the man that's at the plate currently, Casey Rother.
Rother hit that home run back in the first. He's been the only offense today for the Miners. Just 4 total hits in this game. 5 total hits, rather.
That was all the way back in the opening frame as he takes a strike looking there. Has been no real offensive production. The only other hit we've seen so far has been a single by Ricky Nunez. And you know Rother would like to be able to contribute as much as possible as this one be a bit jammed inside. Marsh went over to try and get there, but he can't climb the dugout in time and get up there. So it's going to fall harmlessly out of play.
0-2 now.
If you are in Palmer or the surrounding areas and you want to come out to the Colony Days Parade tomorrow to see the team, the coaches, and the broadcasters, I promise it's not just our voices. We are pretty too. There is the parade tomorrow at 10 a.m., only about an hour long. See us walk up and down the main street here in Palmer. Get to see everybody's happy smiles, some nice jerseys, and really just appreciate the team.
1-2 here on Rother.
Rother gets some nice contact there, but it's going to be another unassisted. Marsh has been just as strong. That whole right side for the Oilers defense with Soika behind him just seems unpenetrable right now.
You know, like I said, I mean, he's been able to keep his pitch count under control because of just 1 walk, but he also hasn't struck out like a vast number of guys. He's right now at, I believe, just 4 strikeouts all game. He's been able to work quickly in counts and keep his pitch count down, so he's been able to, you know, get through as many innings as he had. As now they finally start to have some activity down in the pen, a left-hander throwing down there.
And the craziest thing is that last strikeout of those 4 came in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
So he's operated nearly through 4 innings now without a strikeout.
Yeah.
Give your credit to Roycha, as this one's just hammered. And Sorelli gets his 2nd of the season. Nick Sorelli said, I don't mind if you have been holding us at bay the whole day. Casey Rother and myself will do all the work it takes. As Nick Sorelli tallies his 2nd home run of the season. And he gets the Miner helmet.
Yeah, Sorelli got into that one, no doubter off the bat. Rother's earlier was just on a line. That's why it was a question whether it was going over or not. That ball was absolutely smoked in the air over the fence. Sorelli's home runs are not wall scrapers. I mean, he hits the ball out of the ballpark. When he gets it, it's going way over the fence.
Sorelli benefiting from his own shopping, and when he was at the meet and greet at Alaskan Pickers, they do have cool junk there.
Yeah, they do.
And that Miners helmet was one of them. Now a home run rally cap for the team, as it's going to be the 2nd time it's passed on for the day. Kevin Nakamura, can he get back-to-back? That one's going to go foul. Maybe 20 feet to the right. That might have been back-to-back homers for the Miners. But instead,
they're finally getting after Rocha on the mound.
Rocha seems to be showing some signs of fatigue, finally.
Yeah,
maybe he is human.
Yeah, he dominated, but it's hard to go 4 straight innings cleanly without getting a strikeout. Nick Sorelli makes it 2-0 here, so we play bottom of the 7th. Nakamura fouls that one off.
They always say hitting is contagious. Maybe that could be a wake-up spark for this Miners offense to really slam the door on this game.
Nate Beimel throwing in the Miners' pen. Maybe he's on in the 8th as Nakamura check swings, runs to first.
And he's going to be thrown away. Soika fielding it from right field now. Nakamura is going to be safe at 2nd, though. And from nothing to something, just like Javi Baez getting by, that one's going to put Kevin Nakamura at 2nd base. What a series of events.
Now batting your 3rd baseman, number 28, Jared Sweeney. And while we've got
and that's some real sign of fatigue now. A bit of a hard field
to
there.
announce. Get those
Swung at it,
out.
but wasn't real need to,
Here's
and
your first
regardless,
player, 9-7-7,
couldn't manage to put it together. Rosema tried to save it at first base as well and just made the issue a bit worse. That's the first real sign of errors we've seen from these fielders.
So Nakamura down in the check swing, ball gets by the catcher Rosema, and then that throwing error allows Nakamura to get to the second. Miners threatening for more. Here in the bottom of the seventh, they were held scoreless since the first after that Rother home run, but the Sorelli long home run made it 2-0. Nakamura now aboard at second. Jared Sweeney, who's walked and flew out to center, trying to plate the third run for the Miners.
What a heads-up play there that last time by Nakamura as well to realize what was happening behind him. This one's going to be a shot. It's going to stay fair. Marsh is going to make up for the air thrown over his head and end this one quickly before any more damage could be done. Wasn't in time, though. Sorelli does his own work, gets another run for the Miners as they extend their lead to 2-0 as we head into the top of the 8th inning, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, Miners fans, to another inning of action here at Herman Brothers Field. 2 innings for Evan Wolf proved all they need from him as they're going to welcome their lefty, Nate Beimel, onto the mound. Beimel also pitched 3 strikeouts in their last game, the win over the Bucks. He was very effective, honestly. They do have 1 recorded earned run against him in that game. It was a hot shot up the line past the third baseman, and Ferreira also managed to have an error on the play, but it wasn't in time.
Pinch hitter.
We got a pinch hitter coming into the game as well.
Number 6, Henry
a lot of changes going on in this inning alone.
Yeah, it looks like Henry Novicki is going to come pinch hit for Owen Christie here.
And Christie did have that single last time, but I guess they really just wanted to mix it up and try something else.
That's interesting. Going lefty on lefty here.
Novicki was a starting infield. Did have a better batting average. 216, just above the Mendoza line, with 11 RBIs. And he would really love to create something here for his offense. Beimel's throwing some real heat. Goes a bit high on that one.
Beimel can certainly bring it. He's right now really the only left-hander out of the pen for the Miners as he gets a swing and a miss there. He can bring that fastball, and when he can locate that fastball, he's allowed to spin that breaking ball up there for strikes.
And that last pitch is what I like to call a blow by you. You don't stand a chance. A bit tardy on that one, and there's another one. Nate Beimel records his first strikeout of this game. And that is going to be his 5th strikeout of the season in only 2.1 innings pitched. Beimel, he's a strikeout machine when he is feeling it.
Beimel will probably be tasked with 1, maybe 2 innings. Could see him try to go for the save. 2 more outs to go here in the 8th, though.
I was talking with Beimel before the game. He was saying his goal with that fastball is to get it over 93 miles an hour for next college season. That would be a huge improvement, and it would be an even stronger weapon than it already is, because you could see how strong it was blowing past the first one with Novicki. And another one there. His heat is just real tough to get to.
He's got that blow-by fastball. He didn't get a chance to pitch this spring as the Ivy League canceled spring sports, so being from Columbia, he wasn't able to pitch. So this is really his first action in well over a year, so he looks like he's picked up right where he left off. Looks nice and fresh out of the pen. There's a ball, 2-1.
Beimel gets some contact on that one, but it's not going to lead to anything. It's going to fall
out of play. In the other game tonight in the ABL, the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks facing off against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Chugiak just got on the board in the top of the 6th with their first run, making it 1-0 Chugiak as that pitch is shot back right at us over the
Nate,
net.
We're right up here, bud.
Expensive wood up here.
The announcer Wolfgang Winter let Nate Beimel have it for leaving that too much over the plate. 2-2 still here on John Olmsted.
That one's going to make him dance a little bit at the plate, as it's going to be ball 3.
Pate Fullerton scored that run for Chugiak. So 1-0 Chinooks over Glacier Pilots in a battle for first place, actually. In the ABL, winner will go to 4-1, loser will drop to 3-2.
Miners 1.5 games back from the lead as well. A win here would be huge, and it would just sink the Oilers further back. Haven't had as many games in competition in the conference, but still not the start they want. And that one's going to be shot off of the bat. Wilson running to third, runs into Ricky Nunez, but still managed to hold on.
And it's going to be a catch. Oh my goodness.
Not a lot of communication, but a hell of a display of defensive prowess.
Yeah, there was no out call from the third base umpire ran all the way in the outfield, didn't make the out call. Wilson slammed into Nunez, but managed to hold on there. Nice catch by Tyler Wilson. Certainly not what you want. You'd want more communication next time, but for the time being, Miners will take it. Fly out F7, 2 away now here in the 8th.
Definitely not what you want to see from 2 of your stronger defensive players just crashing into each other, but glad they're both looking okay right now.
Yeah, no trainer or anything from him. I haven't really got the chance to know Tyler. This is just his second day here. I'm sure I will over the year, but just talking to Ricky Nunez, that is one tough kid. 2-0 here.
Ricky's built like a wall.
Yeah, he like I said in the first broadcast, he played youth football for the Inland Empire Ducks, which is the most premier youth football program in the country. He's got plenty of football program background, played with Tate Martell among other big-time college football players right now back in Little League football. Tough kid.
That one's going to be the first strike of this AB right now against Dylan Ditzenberger. Gets contact again. Hopefully they realize this one belongs to Nunez as he gets that one away and ends the inning. No harm, no foul, maybe just a few bruises in the outfield. But that one's going to end the top of the 8th inning. Miners still leading 2-0, only on 3 hits. And we'll be right back with some more Miners at-bats right after this. And we are back here at the bottom of the 8th inning. Miners only 3 outs away from their 2nd straight win, but right now they're working on building their lead.
Sam Thompson.
And Sam Thompson is going to be the lead-off batter for this 8th inning.
Thompson struck out looking back in the 2nd and grounded to 3rd in the 5th.
He's going to be high.
Yeah, Nolan Patterson is the new pitcher on the mound for the Oilers as Rocha's day is done. Patterson redshirted as a freshman at Centralia College this spring as there's ball 2 to Sam Thompson. Thompson just 1 of 12 on the year. You know he'd love to get a hit here.
And similar to Weimel, this is a lot of like his first chance to really get a pitching opportunity against live batting in over a year at least. Did play at Coronado High School out in Nevada, but this is a different level and a higher level as he gets his first strike of the at-bat there. 3-1 now.
3-1. Here on Sam Thompson. Right-handed batter against the left-handed throwing Patterson.
So that one's going to be a nice shot, but just a little late on that one as this is going to go right and foul. Maybe a bit of surprise for anyone walking behind the wall.
Right-hander loosening down in the Miners' pen. Remains to be seen if Weimel will go out for the 9th. He did pitch a couple nights ago as Thompson swings and misses there. Strikeout number 2 of the game for Thompson. Struck out swinging there.
Now batting your center fielder,
really
number 14,
swinging high on that
Ricky
one.
So
Nunez.
Patterson battles way back from down 3-0 in the count to put away Thompson. Ricky Nunez to the plate next.
Nunez, one of the few hitters in this game actually for the Miners. One of only 3 that's made contact and gotten to base. The other 2 sent it yard. Nunez is the only one with a single.
See, watch this ball one there, yeah. On the scoreboard, it's 3 hits for the Oilers, 3 hits for the Miners. So just 6 total hits all game today. Nunez swings and misses there.
Still trying to get ahead on these ones. Took a nice ball on the first one, but any good pitch, you can guarantee you Ricky Nunez is going to swing with everything he's got.
It is 8:48 local time in the Valley, and for a game that started at 7:05, it's been a quick one as Patterson looked like he spiked that into the dirt.
Definitely seemed like he did, and
It's going to go down as a ball.
that's going to be ball 2.
Yeah, he spiked that one straight into the dirt on the mound.
Be pretty hard for the, and there might be a ball that's going to roll onto the field too, coming right behind J.R. Dwyer at first, but luckily he's there to intercept it first. It's going to be 2-2.
Yeah. Game has been less than an hour and 50 minutes so far.
Another shot from Ricky Nunez, make it 2 hits.
Yeah, Ricky Nunez getting that confidence into his bat would play so big for the Miners. Look at him, just watch him hit in batting practice. He's not the biggest guy in the world, 6'1", 190, but he can certainly barrel up a baseball. And when he's swinging with confidence, he's an excellent hitter into the bottom of the order for the Miners as he singles there with 1 away.
And as you can remember from the first pregame show we had of the year with Ricky, when he says, when I feel like I'm hitting well, I feel like I can hit anything. He gets another hit there, and it seems like Ricky Nunez is finally coming up. Looks like he's getting some kind of talk to from the trainer and from his skipper and coach over there. Just checking to see if he's okay to run as he's taking a bit of a stretch over there as well. Taking a pause in action to check on him.
Yeah, didn't really see what happened. Must have been running up the first baseline. Looking a little ginger over there on the first baseline. I'm sure he wants to stay in this game as much as anyone.
May be smart to use a pinch runner for him just for the safer side. But he is going to be heading back to the base himself. That's
tough
what we
kid.
say. Tough
Yeah.
as nails.
Yeah, he's staying in the game. Miners do have a bit of a deeper bench today, per se.
2.
Yeah, we're up to 2 now. Waylon Payne and Kyle Landers, both traditionally infielders on the bench.
We're going to keep an eye on that. Might be more of a pickup opportunity. See how Ricky's really running the bases. That one's called a strike.
David Bermudez still looking for his first Miners hit today. Flew out to right, grounded into a double play.
And he does go for a pickoff. Bit of a shuffle back to first base there. Don't expect too much of a large leadoff from first from Ricky now. Especially more moderate if he does have anything he needs to nurse. As that one's going to be a weak liner, and it's going to be a double play again.
Yeah, Bermudez hit that one. Got jammed up, hit it a second. Nunez thought that might drop, but coming on to make the nice play for the Oilers was their second baseman in the form of Trevor Antonsen.
It's almost like Ricky couldn't quite see where that one was going. So, just wasn't totally sure, but that is actually going to be the end of another inning. See, it just flies by just like that. And now, only one inning left. Miners 3 outs away from their second straight win. We will be right back with the 9th inning of action in just a bit.
And folks,
And we are back for the final frame of action should the score stay where it's at right now. And there's another minor pitcher on, another new minor pitcher on. This time it's going to be Evan Floyd. Floyd, out of the University of West Florida, Pensacola, Florida native himself. Strong pitcher, honestly more of a starting pitcher there, but really trying to work him into the lineup and get him used to the pitching he's going to see here.
Yeah, first appearance here, coming out of the bullpen, looking for the save here in the 9th.
At his best, Floyd could be one of the strongest starting pitchers they have. He did have a game against West Georgia this year where he had a shutout through 9 innings. He's only 3 hits allowed and 1 walk with 11 strikeouts. Impressive stuff, but all they're asking for him now is 3 simple outs to end this game.
Floyd going 2-0. Now Andrew Soika.
That's a shot. That one looks like it's going to fall. And that one's going to be a couple bounces to the wall. Ricky Nunez really feels like he's moving slower out there right now. And he's going to get to third with a triple. Just an absolute shot to start off the inning.
Yeah, Floyd there left it with too much of the plate, and that's exactly how the Oilers want to start the inning. Just getting a runner on, tying run all of a sudden coming to the plate in the form of Bryce Marsh.
We knew Soika could run from what he had done in right field earlier today, but that is the first time he's really gotten the chance to demonstrate it on the base path. He can absolutely fly when he gets the chance and put it right in the alley between center and right field. Marsh is going to let that one go by for ball 1.
Yeah, Floyd here, he's really got to bear down. I mean, tying run at the plate, does not want to blow this lead in his first appearance for the Miners.
That one's going to be called a strike.
Yeah, Floyd pitching out of the bullpen as well today. Manager Tyler LeBron said he didn't want to overcompensate on his arm. Floyd threw over 100 innings this spring. He was a workhorse for West Florida. Former minor from 2019.
That one's going to be another strong one. Looks like the splitter got him a little chased up that time.
Yeah, Floyd offers a nice little mix. He's got a 4-seam splitter and slider. That fastball can run all the way up to 92 miles an hour at its peak. 1-2 here on Marsh.
He's going to foul that one off. It's going to go backwards. Floyd still looking for his first out in this inning.
The beer shack, please. Mr. Degner to the beer shack.
If you're Evan Floyd here, you just want to get an out any way you can. Even if that runner does end up scoring from third, just get an out here, clear up the bases. Or keep that runner on third.
Strikeout has got to be what the ideal situation is right now, as that one's going to be ball 2. Bit inside there on Marsh.
Floyd trying to get the Miners through it.
Wind up. Quick delivery.
Just
going to call that one a ball as well.
3-2. You're on Bryce Marsh. Floyd was tasked with going through 3, 4, 5, and right now he's a pitch away from losing Bryce Marsh.
He's going to... That's going to be the first out, though. Gets him swinging down on that one. And finally puts one away. Still stranding the man at third.
So Bryce Marsh goes down swinging for the second time today.
John Hanley.
John Hanley to the plate now. Hanley struck out looking in the second, popped out to the catcher in the fourth, and grounded to short in the sixth. Or the seventh, rather. Grounded to short in the seventh. John Hanley to the dish.
Has been unlike any of the other minors games we've seen so far. All of those have been some real offensive stalwarts going at it. Final scores of 7-5, 10-7, and finally 8-7. And now just a low-scoring affair between these two is another strike. Man, that splitter just kills.
Yeah, he certainly going with a lot of splitters and a lot of sliders early. Even that 3-2 pitch to Marsh was well out of the zone, but it got him swinging with a breaking ball.
That one's going to curve a bit, try to get it right and back into the zone, but it's still going to be called for ball 2.
2-1 here on John Hanley. Looking for his first hit of the day.
One's going to eat the dirt before it gets into the mitt of Kevin Nakamura. Standing at a 3-1 count now. Needs to tighten up. Does not want to allow the chance for the tying run to get on base. Called strike that one on the outside of the black. Good job there, hitting his corner.
3-2 now on John Hanley. Floyd looking for another 3-2 strikeout.
That one's going to be chipped off. Going to get the run across, but will be out at first himself. 1-run game now. 2-1, Miners lead. 2 outs here. We've been in a lot of close games so far early in the season. This one's going to go along with it, but now no one on the base path. The worst that can happen is a tie, but you know Floyd wants to prevent anything like that from happening. Wants to put them away as soon as possible.
Yeah, that was fine there by Floyd. Got the 3-1 in the count. To get a ground out there, does get the run in, but it empties the bases.
Grunberg swinging big on that one. He wants to do it all by himself. Sees no one in front of him as the tying run, trying to become that all by himself instead of passing the baton behind him.
1-1 here on Grunberg.
He's going to chip that one. Weak line drive. Morozic makes up for it. Gets that one. And the Miners get their second straight win with a final score of 2-1. It only took a couple of hits, and 2 of them went deep from Nick Sorelli and Casey Rother. And that's all they needed. Some excellent pitching from top to bottom for the Miners as well. And
Reminder, folks,
we're one win away from a winning streak, as we would say by our tweet this morning.
Yeah, the Miners today getting it done. Not a lot of hits, but good pitching. James Aaron, fantastic first game starting for him. Went 5 strong innings, didn't allow a run in the bullpen. Evan Wolf, Nate Beimel really bridged the gap. Floyd did give up that run in the ninth, but ultimately did not matter. The Miners 2-1. They'll be back here tomorrow for a doubleheader against Shugiak, and we'll try to go over 500 on the year with a couple of wins.
2-2 standing right now. Be sure to tune back in for that doubleheader tomorrow. We will be back doing the same thing. As always, I'm Sean Neef alongside Reese Lannon. Thanks for listening.